and then you would start playing a song. And it took me a few times to realize that you were screwing with me. And I'm like, but George, I don't know how to play the drums. And you're like, no, you'll be fine. And then we would go through this a third or fourth time. That same night, you introduced the new George Lynch guitar chord. But every time you would take a solo, the George Lynch chord, I swear this is true, would pop out of the amp. And you played so loud that we would turn your amps to the wall, the speaker to the wall. Yeah. And I would sit there and watch it. You would go to play one of your iconic solos. People are on the edge of their seat. And this chord with all these skulls and skeleton would then fall out of the amplifier. And I asked you, what do we do, George? And your answer was, hold it. and yeah. For the duration of, and that night you played like 3 solos per song because you wanted to give the people what they want. And I held it, and then we tried to get some tape, and I guess I'm not doing a very good job of selling the George Lynch chord.
Right. Really bad design. What had happened was we designed this incredible plug right on the end of the cable that was this sculpted with skulls and heavy pewter, this whole thing. The problem was it wasn't functional because, as you said, it was so heavy it would just drop out of the guitar. It was also, for some reason, I think it had some pin in it or something that caused it to eject from the input jack of the amp. It's like was an anti-musical guitar chord. It would just wait till you got to this crescendo moment and the most emotional part of your guitar solo, and then knew when to pull out.
Yeah, for lack of a better description.
Right.
But it did seem like
the rhythm method, I think, right?
That would be the rhythm method for sure. Yeah. But yeah, right before.
Horrible idea. Yeah, $129 for a guitar chord that self withdraws, at the moment of impact or whatever.
Can we still get those at georgelynch.com?
No.
You should have a clearance sale.
I do have a story about how I named my website.
Well, all you need, George, is the Eddie Van Halen jack connection, which really locks on to the end of the cable, or the Dimebag Darryl guitar, because this thing has never pulled out of my guitar in the whole time I've owned it. And I think it's a fantastic cable and was well worth every cent I spent on it. Yes, so I'm very, very happy with this cable, very impressed. The sound that it makes is truly wonderful. It really does quieten down everything and give you a warmer tone when you are playing, which you don't normally get from other cables. This is a fantastic cable, and it never coils up into a knot or anything like that. No, this has been a fantastic cable, George. I'm really, really happy with it. It's just amazing. Yeah, I use it on my videos for recording Kirk Hammett Metallica sounds with the EMG guitar. It's just fantastic. I love the warm sound that it makes from whenever I plug it in and use it. So yeah, that's one guy that's completely happy with that cable, and it was a lot of money, but it's been worth every cent. Yeah, you just got to get the right connection that it plugs into that grabs onto it, because yeah, Dimebag Darryl has got one in his guitars, and Eddie Van Halen has it in his amplifiers. So when you plug into his cabinets, the 5150 cabinet and the PV cabinet, they just grab onto the cable. They're amazing, those connections. Yeah, so thanks, George. Cheers. It doesn't bother me that you don't like it, but yeah, I've had a great time with it.